Have you ever wondered what Northumberland Archives looks like behind the scenes? This virtual tour could be for you. We will show you what lies behind the search room in Northumberland Archives at Woodhorn. As well as giving you an insight into where the archival sources are stored, you will learn how items become part of the collection. Welcome to the County Record Office that is Northumberland Archives. Everyone here has a duty of care to preserve and archive documents, photographs and other media relating to the County of Northumberland, making as many of them as possible accessible to the public. We collect records relating to the history of the county, its communities and people. Our archive holdings are split between two offices here at Woodhorn and our Berwick-upon-Tweed Record Office. The Berwick office was established in 1980 and has developed considerably. It holds a wide range of records relating to the geographical area administered by Berwick-upon-Tweed Borough Council. It extends from Berwick, south to Ellingham and Beadnell, and west across to Ingram and north to Carham on the River Tweed. In 2018, we were delighted to receive our accredited status from the National Archives at Kew. This award is a badge of external recognition which demonstrates that our service is meeting a nationally recognised standard. On arrival, Woodhorn Charitable Trust will offer archive users a membership charge which allows parking and access to the museum. Using the archives is free. However, there are charges for publications, reprographic services and for our research service. All our fees and charges are reviewed annually and published in both hard copy and web-based formats. Customers are required to store coats and bags in secure lockers provided, as these items are not allowed inside the study centre. Remember to take your pen, paper and pencil for notes, or maybe your laptop instead. Our tour actually starts off here in the study centre. Northumberland Archives is a member of the Archives and Records Association card scheme. Users of our service must register prior to using the study centre. You can begin your registration process online before your visit. Due to current COVID restrictions and guidelines in place, access to some of the resources that you see here today may be restricted. Looking around the room, you can see that there are lots of catalogues, indexes and reference books and other finding aids available to assist you to identify the reference code that you will need to view a document. Everything stored here in our archive is identified by a unique number. To enable us to find an item amongst the thousands and thousands of boxes that are stored behind the scenes, visitors must fill in a production slip. Our volunteers use this room too. We were always very thankful for the help given by our volunteers who donate their time, energy and skills, making a valuable contribution to the overall aim of Northumberland Archives. Access to documents could be affected by statutory closure periods or restrictions imposed on them by the owners, or maybe they are in need of repair. Restrictions apply to some public records too. This includes magistrate courts, county courts, coroner's records, former coal companies or hospital records that contain personal data. Most restrictions are highlighted in the catalogues. Some people prefer to consult our electronic catalogue index for their research rather than the catalogues and listings themselves. This can be done using the online electronic catalogue accessed through our website before a visit, or just use one of the public access computers in the room whilst you're here. The large map tables are used to view larger documents. Visitors are welcome to browse through the drawers beneath. The drawers are labelled with their contents. Staff are on hand to help you find a specific map. The records we hold are fragile, unique and irreplaceable. Please treat them with care. We need your help to keep them safe and preserve them for future users. We have 2 computers in this room that are loaded with a program called Reading Room. On Reading Room, you can view digital copies of some electoral registers, parish records and quarter session records. Users are able to print high-quality copies from these at a small cost. Previously, this content was available using microfilm, but many of these films are now old, damaged and becoming difficult to read. Our public access computers provide free internet access to local and family history websites. Staff can provide advice about online resources. The subject matter on our bookshelves holds a wealth of information covering a surprising range of subjects: history, geography, sociology, science, poetry. They all contain a great deal of essential material to help us gain a further understanding of the heritage of our county. Northumberland Archives holds most of the Anglican parish records of the county. A great many of these records have been captured on microfilm and can be viewed using the microfilm viewers or reading room. At the furthest end of this room you will find the cabinets that house the microfilm reels and the microfiche. These are copies of parish register entries detailing baptisms, marriages and burials. You will need to refer to the indexes in the files on the side shelf to choose the correct reel that has the information that you require. It is quite fiddly to load up a reel onto the reader machine, so remember that staff are available to assist. If a parish record is not recorded on these reels or on Reading Room, please ask a member of staff if the original register can be produced. We are now leaving the study centre. We need to unlock the door and continue on our journey into the heart of the archives. As you can see, the area looks very different through here. We now enter the corridors back of house that lead off to the strong rooms, administrative offices and staff facilities. Some people think it looks more like the inside of a space station than an archive. Some strong rooms are used to store more modern records belonging to Northumberland County Council, including children's services and adult services. Access here is limited to only a few specialised staff due to data protection rules and regulations. The delivery room is where most of the new accessions a new item or collection usually arrives. These items may originate from local official organisations as well as private ones. Some are from schools, churches, businesses, solicitors' offices or prominent families and their estates. Items are donated or deposited with us on a long-term loan. It is in here that items are assessed and treated for such dangers as mould and dampness. We check for any insects or pests that are considered to be a threat to our documents. There may be a danger that they could destroy some of our more fragile items. All new accessions are repackaged in conservation-grade materials, cardboard boxes with brass staples, unbleached archival tape, acid-free card and tissue paper. Our staff are trained in document handling and packaging techniques. All of our holdings are contained in securely environmentally controlled strong rooms to ensure their long-term preservation. Each strong room is protected by from fire by a system that uses a gas called argonite. This is an environmentally neutral fire suppressant that works by reducing the levels of oxygen in the air. It is safe for use in occupied areas and, if activated, does not leave a residue. This ensures that items in our care are not altered or damaged if the system is used. Archives require different temperature and humidity regulations than the rest of the building, the preferred temperature being 18 to 21 degrees and humidity levels around 50 to 60%. We will now enter one of our strong rooms. Strong room 3 and 4 are similar. The main difference is that the Strong Room 3 holds some of the library collection and quite a few maps and plans. First, second, third and fourth edition Ordnance Survey maps are kept here in these cabinets. First edition maps date from around 1860. As you can see, they are beautiful and often hand-coloured works of art. The rivers are in blue and the buildings are in red. Two main local study collections of Northumberland libraries are housed in the archives. The local reference collection has over 12,000 books, many are rare. The shelves are set up to accommodate items that are different shapes and sizes, as you can see from the numerous items we have rolled up on our shelves. The oversized items sit on wall shelving on your left and smaller items within the main bank of the shelves. As we enter Strong Room 4, you can see that every strong room is unlocked on entry and locked when exited for safety. No item is moved or removed from its resting place without being accompanied by a production slip, a movement slip which details its journey. Our archives contain over 6 linear miles of shelving. Most of it is electronically powered to operate at the push of a button. Several stacks move at the same time until a gap appears in the one that you want to access. At the end of every working day, the shelves are moved into parked mode to allow air to circulate freely around the records. There is also a collection of 20th century county motor vehicle registration cards stored in here. You can see some of our newspaper collections are stacked here too. Strong Room 5 is a shared space. Its contents are stored by archives as well as Woodhorn Museum and Northumberland libraries. Some mounted images from our special collections are kept in here. Here is some more of the library collection. The reserve collection has over 18,000 books containing several copies of each title to ensure damaged and lost copies of out-of-print titles can be replaced. The maintenance of the reserve stock ensures that library customers can continue to have access to many works of local importance through their local library. Library books can be accessed by our archives customers but cannot be removed from the study centre. Our specialised staff produce high-quality digital images and audio recordings. We offer our services to external businesses, community groups and other organisations. Copy images can be ordered where copyright owner restrictions and physical conditions allow. Details and charges of the services provided are from both our offices and our website. Orders can be placed in person or via post, email or telephone. Estimates for copying items can also be requested. Here is an example of some work undertaken on Stallington Sanitarium.
Okay.
Strong Room 7 is a smaller storage room and is used to store a variety of photographic materials including glass slides, photographs, negatives and albums. It is a well-ventilated area with circulating air to restrict the growth of mould and other damaging matter. It is noticeably cooler in here compared to the other strong rooms. Higher temperatures can interfere with the chemicals used in the processing of photographs, leading to discoloration. The cooler it is, the better when it comes to photographic storage. A low humidity is needed too, and the levels are monitored frequently. All items stored here are in specialised packaging and boxes as light conveyed items. And that brings us to the end of this virtual tour. I hope you've enjoyed this look behind the scenes and have found it enjoyable and informative experience. We look forward to welcoming you to our search room soon. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please contact us using our email address shown on screen.